So the next thing we're going to learn about are hyperlinks. And hyperlinks really, they're the web. And you can read this on your own. There are a couple things I'll point out here is that typically a hyperlink is an inline element, right? Like inline with the rest of the text, I'm going to take that word and make it say, well, it says shay, but make it go somewhere when somebody clicks it. So typically a hyperlink's an inline element. And as a general rule, inline elements cannot wrap around block elements. However, there are some exceptions. And this explains it right here. You can with an anchor tag, which is how you create a hyperlink. You use an anchor tag. Why it's called an anchor tag has some history to it, but I don't know it. And you could look it up, and I could speculate about it. So maybe I did learn it somewhere. But you could wrap block level elements with anchor tags, and that's cool because you could do things like here at the beginning of Shay's website. Right, this is all block level tag, and it's all block level, but it was wrapped with an anchor tag, probably. I'm just guessing, so that the entire thing is clickable, even when I'm up here, right? That entire block is clickable, as opposed to just on the word. It's even clickable right there, so I can miss it with my mouse or my finger, and it still gets clicked. So let's go back down and look at creating hyperlinks, and we just looked at that stuff. When you create hyperlinks, it talks about relative versus absolute paths and how to do an email address with a hyperlink and how to open links in a new window by using target blank as an attribute and linking to different parts of the page, right, by using IDs for identifiers as an attribute. And then we're going to get into the in practice section. So I say we'll start the first in practice session right now. So we're going to take it from a single page website to a full-blown site, but we need to link things together. We'll begin by making our styles conference text inside the H1 element with inner element linked to index HTML. Because we already so we need to find H1, which is where? Styles conference right here, and we need to make that a link. And so that's going to be, this is going to be linked with an anchor tag, so I could highlight that. Control-Alt-T, which we've learned is surround with tag. Press enter, and I'm going to type in anchor, and then href. And so I typed H and then hit tab on my keyboard, and index.html. I'm just going to hit enter, and there we go. It just wrapped it, and I can press Control-Alt-L, and run it. And on the Mac, it's Command whatever. I know it by feel, but whatever I was saying in the earlier videos, so I'll go back and forth between Mac and Windows. So there, we're wrapped. We wrapped that one. I'll just leave it formatted as that. And in order to navigate, we need to do inside our header, we need to have a nav. So this looks like a great place to use Emmet. And we have our header, and here's our header. And where do they want it? We've got other code up here, it looks like. So we're going to add nav element within our header element. We'll be creating speaker schedule, And so I guess I'll just add it right beneath the H3. And I'm not sure if that's correct. I'm just speculating. Does it say? We'll be creating speakers to go with our, so we should create links from all. In order to navigate across all the different pages, we're going to add navigation. So whatever. I'm going to type in nav, and then I need how many anchors? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All on one line. Why did it turn out like that? I think it's because I need a nav, and these are going to be siblings, so maybe I'll try this. This can't be the right way to do it, but well, that worked too, but it didn't quite give me what I wanted. Why am I not getting multiple returns? Nav, and it gave me 1. All right, so it's something to play with. Doesn't always work the way you want. But what I could do is I could also use this, hit enter, and then I think Control D is duplicating that line. So Control D did that for me. D is in duplicate, and I've got 5 of them now. So all these little tricks are coming back to me. I haven't done HTML for a little bit, but you get into it and it comes back. So I'm just typing in these things. I'm not sure if this is where it'll end up, but we can move it later if we need to. There we go. Let's also add some navigation menu from our header element to our footer element for convenience. So it looks like that same stuff goes down to our footer. There we go. And within the section element that introduces our conference, just below our header, right here, we should also include a link to register for the conference. Placing a link below the paragraph will work perfectly. So here's the paragraph, and put the link here. Anchor, href, and it's going to register.html. There we go. And we can't forget to add links to all the sections teasing our other pages inside each section. Let's wrap both H3 and H5 elements with an anchor. All right, so both the H3 and H5 elements need to be wrapped within an anchor. So wrapping text, Control-Alt-T. And we want it to be an anchor, and then an href, and that's going to be speakers in HTML. And I don't know where the other ones are at. I guess, these will be schedule. Yeah, schedule.html is one of our things. Close enough. I'll reformat it, see what it does. And this one is going to be href. There we go. And what is this? Venue? Venue. And now Control-L to reformat and see what it does. I like it better like this, but I just gotta go ahead and manually. What happens if I format off of that? Nothing. It leaves it wonky. Nothing's perfect. How did that get over there? All right. So there, we've done that, and now we're at 7 minutes, but that's what it should be looking at. Now we need to create a handful of new pages. Let's create speakers. These files should live within the same folder as index.html. And we'll do this in the next. No, we'll do it in this video. These files should live within the same folder as index.html. Because we're keeping them inside the same folder, all of our links should work as expected. To ensure that all of our pages look the same, let's make sure that all these new files have the same document structure and header and footer elements as index.html file. Same document structure and header and index file. So, to create those pages, I could come up here and index.html right here, and I'm just going to copy this, Control-C, and then Control-V. And what do you want to call it? I want to call it speakers, and then Control-V. Nothing, that didn't work. I need to go here and Control-V. And what do you want to call it? I want to call it schedule. And then right here and Control-V, and I want to call it venue. And then right here and Control-V, I want to call it register. And now we have those files, and I could make them a little bit different, index, and so here. And you'll notice, right, like what happened. Here's my index file. And then I tried to create a copy of it, and these all came out looking like this. Why is that? Maybe I haven't saved this? Why does this come out looking funny? It's like the old one. I copied this one. I copied that one. All right, so I'm just gonna, that's what I need to copy this one, but here's how I'm gonna fix it. Control-A, Control-C, select it all, copy it. Control-A-V. Control-A-V for pasting, Control-A-V for pasting, Control-A-V for pasting. A selects all, V pastes. And now, there it is. And on the speakers page, I could change this to speakers. And on the schedule page, I could change this to schedule. And I'm just doing this because I want to show you the site working. And on this one, I'm going to do menu. And on this one, I'm going to do register. And we might need to adjust this later. And then I'm going to choose close all, just to make sure they're all saved. What the heck? Have I been working on this one? I've been working on this one. I got them mixed up, man. That's what happened. All right, so to fix that, how am I going to fix that? To fix that, I'm going to call this one refactor to rename it. I'll just call it temp. There we go. And I'll copy this one. I'll put it there. Okay, and I'll copy this one, or I'll cut that one, and I'll put it here. Okay, and I'll delete that one. Okay, and I'll rename this one. Okay, and so now, very nice, and let's run it. So if I go to speakers, I'm now at speakers. If I go to schedule, I'm now at schedule. If I go to venue, I'm now at venue. And if I go to styles conference, I am on lesson 1 index, so I have to fix that. So all my links somehow got updated with the refactoring. I didn't take that into account. So to do that, I could open all those by selecting one, holding down Shift, and then pressing Enter, and they all open at once. And this right here is going to the wrong place. So I could do copy that, and then find, and then replace. It's not showing up, so I'll choose Edit. Maybe in code. I don't know where it is, so how can I find that? Isn't there a search in here? Find action, replace. Replace. There we go, Control R. And it says it's under Edit, Find. There it is, replace. So, hey, it's already selected 3 matches within the document. But I'm going to get out of that, just escape, so I could do it again from the start. Edit, Find, Replace. And if I had this highlighted, it would have done it. And I want to replace that. And I want to replace it with nothing. And match case. And what's this say? Is there a way to do the whole document? Find all. And let's just replace all and see what happens. All right, so we did that one. Is this one fixed? No. We have to go Edit, Find. I'm sure there's a quick way to do this. I don't know it. Control R, Control V, replace all. Control R, Control V, replace all. Control R, Control V, replace all. And save them. I think they automatically save. Let's just go back and run it, see what happens. Refresh. And now speakers, schedule, venue, styles conference. Yeah, so it's hitting the right one. Okay, man. So you're getting a lot of stuff thrown at you because I'm throwing a lot of little shortcut techniques. Just get a piece of paper and start writing them down and then reference them on your desk as you're working. Just look like, oh yeah, how did I do that thing? And it's all going to come in time. And it's like anything, right? It just takes practice and familiarity. And as you work with it more, you're going to get better with it. And I don't know what else can I say about that. The basics. The basics are, you are getting a lot of added value to the basics of this training, and the added content value, the additional things you're learning are, there are the straightforward things that you're learning, like in this section. We've looked at what semantics are and why they're important. I'm going to cover this in the next video, actually, in a summary video.